Hello Aries, this is Angel Aura Divination and I'm here to give the sign of Aries their end of June 2021 love reading. This is going to be answering the question, how do they feel about you? But as we've examined with the mid-month love readings, which you can go watch on my channel, you will be getting more than just how do they feel about you. It's also going to be how do you function in love? How can you do better? What's going on with you energetically, right? So let's just get into the reading. I'm only using the tarot cards for this reading. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot, which is going to be linked below in the description. This is my first time using the deck, so I'm going to be analyzing it a little differently and very intuitively. So bear with me as far as that's concerned. A lot of cards came out for you, Aries. I'm not taking this big stack, but I will take these individual cards that have presented themselves for you, Aries. So the first couple of cards that we have Strength and the Seven of Cups. We have Strength and the Seven of Cups, and that's already a message to me, but I'll get there. And then we have the Princess of Cups and the Six of Cups. Princess of Cups and the Six of Cups. So this is you, Aries. Strength is you. They're saying strength is you. You have a lot of options when it comes to romance right now, and it's kind of like flooding your subconscious, where you're kind of like feeling like over a constant state of overwhelm because you have so many choices and it's hard for you to dedicate yourself to one. Although with the Princess of Cups coming out for you in your own energy as well, Aries, I kind of get the impression that you're very focused on love and romance in your life right now, but you're trying to be strong when it comes to not being able to pick a person, because that also calls for a certain amount of loneliness in your life. It's interesting because it's like you have all these options and you have all these people that you want to deal with, but honestly, what I'm really seeing here, especially with the Six of Cups now coming out for you, is that you're more focused on relationships of the past, or relationships that fuel your, if it's not relationships of the past, or long-term relationships that have extended from possibly your literal past, like up to 10 years, or even your past life, then you're looking for relationships that fuel that part of you, that make you feel that youthful, joyous feeling of the relationships you had in your deep past, or even in your soul memory as opposed to your subconscious memory. The Seven of Cups just tells me that you're looking for a lot of options, but not all the options that you're looking at are actually very real for you, and that this is causing you to be very strong in your energy and really practice a little bit more of healthier boundaries, because right now you're possessing the strength of the lion. You're possessing that energy of possibly even somebody that you idolize. You might even be idolizing lovers in this energy as well. Possibly even idolizing somebody from your past. Okay, so we have 4 more cards out for you, Aries. I do want to keep these kind of short, but I am going to get into a deeper meaning with these cards. We have the Devil. We also have the Hierophant. I think that's an interesting card combination. The Devil and the Hierophant. It's kind of like a constant battle between, oh, okay, so you might have a Taurus, or you might be a Taurus looking towards a water sign as well. Or somebody's looking towards you, especially if you have water sign placements, Aries. We also have the Devil, which is a representation of Capricorn. The Hierophant and the Devil, individually, the Hierophant's talking about like spirituality. So you might be looking towards somebody who is very spiritual, or somebody very spiritual is looking at you. I also get the impression though with the Devil that this is a sexual connection, or they said psychosexual, magical kind of connection, where this person is like kind of preying on you in a spiritual sense. Somebody is looking towards you for the energy that you exude and trying to pull that off of you, as opposed to just looking at you as somebody that they actually are romantically attracted to and trying to have a relationship with you based on that. The next 2 cards that we have out is the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups. The Four of Wands talking about like possible marriage or a desire for marriage. This could even be somebody who wants to offer like a cup to you, or a marriage to you. The Ace of Cups is also talking about the possibility of marriage being offered to you, or you offering marriage to somebody else, with the both of these cards coming out together being one singular meaning. So really what I'm seeing here is a relationship between a masculine and a feminine, right? The masculine being represented as the Hierophant and the Devil. So this could also be you, Aries, especially if you are an Aries masculine as opposed to a feminine, right? You are somebody who battles a lot with your sexual desires and also your your spiritual appetite. What does that even mean? I think that some of you might even be delving deeper into spirituality or spiritual topics and spiritual matters, to the degree that you're trying to create more structure in your life based on these understandings and teachings of other people, or the philosophies that have been kind of accumulated over, the millennia of human existence. And with the Devil here, it's kind of like there might even be an aspect of your relationship with spirituality where a lot of it has been hidden away from you, and now you're allowing yourself to open up to it more, even if at one point you deemed spirituality outside of religion as being toxic. You might even be kind of flip-flopping in between your spiritual and possibly your religious beliefs. With the Princess of Cups though here, and the Strength card, you might be dealing with a water sign or a Leo person as well. You yourself could also have Taurus or Capricorn placements, and it's kind of like the relationship between these two individuals. The feminine here is being very strong. She has a lot that she wants to learn about relationships. She has a lot that she wants to explore and a lot of things that she wants to entertain. And the situation between the two of you seems to be something about having a lot of options, desiring some kind of marriage, or just a better environment. They said something about the fundamentals though. You could even have a past life relationship with this person, and there's an offer on the table that needs to be kind of picked up, or there has been an offer on the table that needs to kind of be picked up. There's a lot of options between the two of you on who you could be with or what you should be doing, and ultimately it's kind of up to you on whether or not you're actually going to entertain these things, right? So how you're looking, Aries, let me just say that. How do they see you? If you're an Aries masculine, you are being seen as somebody who possibly has a negative sexual or toxic connection with with the feminine in question that you are talking about. If you are an Aries feminine, you are being seen as somebody who wants to explore love, who wants to explore romance, and somebody who's being very strong in picking out their options. Somebody who has a lot of boundaries, and somebody who is also very quick to idolize others. Let's get some more cards out. We have the Five of Wands. So there's a lot of conflict between the masculine and feminine aspects, especially within these Aries collectives that I'm picking up on. There's a lot of conflict about what choices to make. So let's get some more information about that. Where should Aries go? What should Aries be doing? What's this conflict about? Seven of Wands, okay. And this is all about boundaries. I think with the Five of Wands, it's kind of like, this is almost a message for you where it's like moving forward in romance. You just need to be more focused on boundaries and understanding what it is that you want, being able to communicate what it is that you want, and understanding that if you feel conflict in your relationships or in the way that you feel about the way that other people are treating you, that is when you need to actually set boundaries. I think that there's also a boundary between you, if you're dealing with a specific individual, where although there might be this past life relationship, you know, for some of you that are kind of resonating with this reading, there is still the aspect of a need to actually accept an offer, or possibly even to make an offer, as opposed to just sitting and waiting for it. We have the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and in this Eight of Cups, he is sitting here looking at all the cups that have spilled over. You know, he's sitting in this mess, and I think he's preparing himself to get up and walk away, but he's still sitting and waiting. So you might be sitting and waiting for somebody without making or accepting an offer, and it's kind of like, this is a very stagnant situation. So if you are in this situation, or this does resonate for you, the guidance here is to kind of move out of this by being more upfront about what it is that serves you in relationships, and how you can actually either walk away from things that don't serve you, or be closer with things that you genuinely desire when it comes to romance. Because right now you're in a very stagnant energy, Aries. I'm going to pull like 2 more cards for some advice. Okay, and 2 cards jumped out. Let me pick the one up off the floor. We have the Nine of Swords, okay, and then we also have the Seven of Pentacles. I don't like to be a reader that does a lot of fear-mongering readings where I'm like, if you don't do this, then this is going to happen to you. I don't like that. But there was a very clear message with the Seven of Pentacles. Waiting in a situation, especially if it's like a past life situation, or if you're looking for somebody to fuel the youthful energy of relationships that you had in your past, waiting for the world to move for you is going to result in a negative relationship with the subconscious desire. You want this thing from the past, you want this person from the past, you want this situation to come back to you, and you're sitting in this stagnancy, flip-flopping about your spiritual beliefs, flip-flopping about what boundaries that you want to hold and possess, flip-flopping on whether or not you want to hold back from relationships or have an exploration of them, flip-flopping on whether or not you want to look towards new people or look towards somebody from your past, flip-flopping on whether or not you want to take an offer or accept an offer. This is, especially because I'm kind of getting this as a relationship reading, it's so back and forth, and you might even be experiencing these energies within yourself. And because you're going so back and forth in it, it's like you either wait and feel the suffering of that, or you take action, like I've already said, and move out of this stagnancy. Because like especially because now that I'm looking at these cards, even with the Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups, you look in the Seven of Cups, you see this couple kissing right here. This in the Six of Cups, it's the same couple. It is the same couple. It is the exact same picture. In the Seven of Cups, it's like this person is like retching over the fact that they can't have this past life relationship represented in the Six of Cups. And that's exactly what this is about. Maybe you need to be defending this past life relationship or the desire for a past life relationship against other people in your environment, or maybe you just need to make an offer or make a move towards it. And that's what the Seven of Pentacles is about. Waiting for this does not produce the results you want. It will produce a pulling in the spiritual dream realm, they say. It'll also cause stagnancy while waiting for the results of the seeds you planted, knowing that they have not grown to fruition the way that you wanted them to in the first place. And in this Nine of Swords especially, this man is suffering. And it's like, even with the snake here, you know, the snake symbolizes that Kundalini awakening energy. And it's like, he cannot actually even, he can't even wake up or move forward spiritually because of the suffering caused by his mental state due to this Seven of Pentacles energy of waiting for something that's not going to come, because you're sitting in stagnation. Because when you manifest, and this is the last thing that I'm going to say, when you manifest for things, you have to detach yourself from the outcome, or else the outcome will not come to you. You see it happening for you in the future, especially if you're somebody who does it visually. You see it happening for you in the future. You say, this is the outcome that I want. You pray on it. You put in that effort. You do the rituals, whatever it is that you need to do. You detach yourself from the outcome, and then you take action. You do not just sit there and wait for it to come for you. And I think that this is the problem that a lot of people have when they sit and pray. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with prayer. What I'm saying is that when you pray for the results of things, exactly, my guides just said, God helps those who help themselves. And that's true regardless of what God you actually believe in or what God you actually work with. When you sit and pray for the results of things, that is also supposed to be a call to action for you. It's not just you telling God to bring you something. It's you making a deal with the gods that you deal with, regardless of whether or not it's one or many, and saying, I will take this action, and this action, and then I'm going to let go of the results so that what I need will come into me, and ultimately that will be my manifestation. There you go, Aries. I think that you needed to really hear that. Hopefully this resonated for you. This was a kind of odd reading. I think since this is a new deck, it's kind of hitting very bluntly still. So we'll just see how it goes. If you enjoyed this, leave a like. I would love it if you subscribed. If you got to this point in the reading, leave a star emoji in the comments, please. And that's all I have for you. See you next time, Aries.